Hello, Eurovision fans. Thank you so much for coming to my channel, Eurovision Histories. In the last couple of days, we have gotten new live versions of songs we had not heard live before, mostly at the Madrid Pre-Party, which I was not able to react to right away, but I want to do that now, and I am also including some performances on national TV, for example, from France and Switzerland as well. So let's get right to it. I am not going to talk about all the performances from the Madrid Pre-Party because most of them were just as expected. For example, Portugal, Lithuania, lots of these countries just slayed, were amazing, and there's not that much I can add. So I'm going to talk about the countries I can actually say something interesting about. I hope at least that it's interesting. First of all, I want to talk about the United Kingdom. In every single pre-party, the vocals have been subpar. The performance has also not been very slick. And in the first one, they said that she was sick, which I completely believe. But in this one, there were apparently audio problems. The thing is, if you have a problem in each performance, that doesn't bode well for Eurovision. And I really, really hope that they put the work in and that they can make this performance slicker and make her vocal performance much more impactful, because the way it sounds at the moment, it will not be successful, I don't think, which is very sad because this year the UK is hosting, lots of people will be watching, and I really hope that the UK would do well. They still can, but a lot of work has to go into it, I think. Then we have Australia. Not that surprised, but quite happily surprised that they were so well received and that the performance was so great. Great connection to the audience, lots of energy. I kind of expected that, but I was positively surprised by how energetic it was. Really well done, and a certain qualifier, I think. Then we have Spain. She performed two versions of the song, the regular version and an acoustic version at the Madrid Pre-Party. I prefer very much the acoustic version because I think the emotion just comes across much, much more. It's way less intense, which is my main problem with the song. So I really, really hope that in Eurovision they have a part that is more acoustic, more traditional. I don't think it's going to happen, but it would really help me appreciate the song much, much more. And I think it would also improve its chances to do well at Eurovision. The vocal performance and her as a person, as a performer, amazing. But as I said, I would prefer the acoustic version a bit more. Czechia, they are one of the favorites according to the bookmakers, but the way these performances look and sound, it's just too messy. The harmonies don't work quite well. And that's what makes the song so impactful on first listen, the harmonies between the singers. And if they don't get that right 100%, it's a problem. And the way it looks and sounds at the moment, again, lots of work has to go into it to make it more impactful and to make sure that they get the points that this song really deserves. I really love this song, so I really want them to do better. Now let's look at some songs that we hadn't heard live before. First of all, Switzerland. Both at the Madrid Pre-Party and in the national TV performance, I'm going to link to that in the description, his vocals were just amazing. He hits every note. It sounds like the studio version, and it's just such an impressive voice. I think it's the best voice in the competition, and he's just doing amazingly well. What concerns me a little bit is that they have said that there will be 4 dancers on stage with him at Eurovision, which I don't quite understand how you add dancers to a song with this kind of message. And I'm a bit worried that it will get cheesy or too on the nose, but we'll see. Maybe it will be amazing and it will work fine, but I'm a bit concerned about that. But when we talk about the vocals and his performance and his charisma, amazing, and he should do really well. And if he makes it to the final, we'll get a lot of jury votes, especially for his vocal performance, I think. Armenia, this song has grown immensely on me in the last week, maybe because my sister likes it, which helps, but also because of the performance in Madrid. She just looks like a superstar, full of professionalism, emotion, just so slick and great performance. Great vocal performance as well. Really positively surprised, and I do think that this can do really, really well in May in Liverpool as well. Then Austria. I was a bit worried about that, even though I did say also in my rating video that their voices will sound good because they know each other, and you really notice they are friends. They have sung together for a long time. They know each other. The harmonies are great. Both voices are really, really good live. And even the speaking part, which I was a bit worried about that they might not be able to replicate that, they did that amazingly well. So I'm really, really happy with it in Madrid. And then you also have an acoustic version in a video published by the official Eurovision channel. Again, I'm going to link to that in the description. And again, you hear the tones in their voices and the control they have over their voices. You wouldn't think that Who the Hell is Edgar would work in an acoustic version, but they make it work. And this is, I think, a contender, actually, because the vocal performance will impress the juries and the song itself will be great for the televote. So watch out for Austria. Really, really happy that they actually performed as I expected them to do and slayed, especially vocally. Then we have Zarra for France. In the Madrid pre-party, she had some audio problems quite visibly. Then there was a national TV performance, C'est à vous, where she also had audio problems, but that sounded much, much better than in Madrid. And I have to say, even though she had audio problems, she pulled through. She had a great vocal performance. There were some ropey notes, but here you see the difference between other singers and Zarra. She's professional, she's a competent singer. Even if there are audio problems, she will deliver a good performance also vocally. And that makes me quite hopeful for Eurovision, where the conditions will be much better. I think that she will have an amazing vocal performance. What I do have to say is, I like the drama and her performance in the Madrid pre-party. In the C'est à vous, it seems a bit stale, and there was a bit of drama and diva movements and stuff missing. So I do hope that they improve that for May in Eurovision, because I really expect a voila standard performance with a lot more diva feeling than we got from the national TV performance, I do have to say. Last but not least, well, maybe in this case it is least, the Netherlands. Lots of comments about this after the pre-party, because I was very underwhelmed, and I think a lot of people were. There were many, many notes that they didn't hit separately, each of them, but also together. The harmonies didn't quite work. The vocal performance was not great. Okay, they might have had audio problems, but again, Zarra had audio problems and she pulled through and delivered a good performance. In this case, if it sounds like this, there is going to be a problem for the Netherlands to qualify to the final. And here you really see a difference with Austria, because the Austrians know each other, they are friends, they have performed together for a long time, and these two were put together for Eurovision, and you kind of notice that the chemistry is also missing in the performance. The vocals don't go together that well. I do hope they improve it till May, because I really like the song and it deserves to be in the final, but the way it sounded in Madrid, it's not gonna happen, I think. What do you guys think of the new live versions we have gotten? Let me know in the comments. Please subscribe to my channel if you want more videos like this one. I'm going to do a video on the Amsterdam Eurovision in concert, which is happening tonight. Very sad I can't be there, but I will be reviewing the songs and the performances as well. So please subscribe, and I'll see you for my next video. Bye bye.